Hello, everyone, and welcome to this monumentous occasion. We're going to be talking about the season three Paladins update shit, and I got guests. I got people on standby. All right, who do I have? I've got Cole Reed 64,
Yay, yay.
aka Corey, because I'm just going to call him Corey. We got Dirt Lord.
aka Dirt Lord,
we got
aka Lurk Lord.
we're gonna keep it professional.
Yeah.
And then I've got the most beautiful woman in the entire universe,
You're
MK.
gonna make me throw up.
So today we got the season three updates, which is going to be coming out towards the end of January. I think it's January 22nd, somewhere in that area. So we got a new champion announced. Looks interesting. He's a damage. His name is Tigrin. No, Tigrin, not Tigrin.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Tiger Man.
Yeah, something. Then we got, we got the new battle pass coming out with the skins. They look pretty cool. Um, and then we've got, just a bunch of random shit. So this is some of the changes that they made. All right, so they're removing third person completely out of the game. No more toggling to third person at all.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, good.
They are redoing the VGS system, completely remapping it, changing all the key bindings and everything. Everything. It's going to be a wheel, kind of like your emote wheel or your spray wheel or whatever. It's going to be a
Mhm.
wheel that pops up on the screen, and it's got quick navigations. And once you learn what the new key bindings are, you can just navigate through it. You don't even have to pay any attention to the wheel. From the way it looks, from some of the video that I saw, it looks like you're still going to be able to play, like move around and shit, while you're doing the VGS stuff. But we'll see how that goes when it comes out. There's new VGS options. You have the default viewer, which is radial text hybrid that displays the VGS system in a visual wheel. Radial view is a radial menu that can be navigated with your mouse or your gamepad, and text view a view similar to the current implementation of VGS, but retaining the updated key bindings in line with the other two views. So they've got three different options for that. That's pretty cool. Siege cart, right? This is something that we've been talking about like for a while here. You will now see an in-world indicator of the cart's area of influence, making it easier to determine whether or not you're able to push or defend the objective. So whenever the payload moves, you're going to be able to see a ring around it, signifying whether you're close enough to it to
Oh, to
contest it.
stop it or
Yeah, yeah,
That
I
means these
like that.
idiotic tanks won't be stepping off of it as
yeah,
much, hopefully.
right. Next, we have map distribution. So they're increasing the appearance rate of timber mill and ice mines, and they're decreasing the appearance rate of fish market. So
Thank God for that.
yeah, fish market's like every other match, pretty much.
Yeah.
Dude, I've played that map like 6 times in a row, and it's insane.
I know, right?
And that's one of my least favorites.
Yeah.
It is one of my least favorites as well.
Honestly, I'd rather play ice mines than either of the other two maps. Like I enjoy that map more than the other two, but that's because we don't hardly ever play it. You know what I'm saying? So.
Right, right.
So, account level quest. So, players who reach level 5 will receive a new account level quest to build a loadout. Completing this quest will award 50 crystals. Players who already have an account at or above level 5 will automatically receive this quest upon login. So once it goes live, we've all made loadouts. We're going to get 50 crystals, but it's good that they're finally implementing things into the game. It's like, hey, you can like make loadouts, and it's going to be fucking cool, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Next, we have new default loadouts for all champions. So all champions now have three default loadouts tailored to different playstyles. Players can now change their default loadouts, treating them as if they were normal loadout slots. Deleting default loadouts that have been modified will reset them to their default state. So basically, what that is they are creating loadouts for each talent that's in the game or each legendary, whatever you want to call it. So with Vic, you'll have, cardio have its own loadout, then you'll have one for burst mode, then you'll have one for shrapnel. and it's kind of tailor made, which is good because most of the default loadouts are garbage. Am I
Yeah, they
right?
are.
Yeah.
Is it going
So
to be all 3, 3, and 3 on each one of the things, or is it going to be differently spread up?
what do you
You're
mean?
talking about like when you get to set the
The
level of the
points
card,
that you put on
every
each card.
default is 3 across the board.
No. They're gonna have it put
Okay.
into things that it
Like
needs to
little
be.
custom loadouts.
Yeah,
Okay, that's what I was
Healer
wondering.
loadout. Damage
Yeah.
loadout.
yeah, stuff like that.
That's neat.
I know, right? Which is going to be interesting because that gives new players to the game more accessibility. Because when they join in, you only have the one talent. You reach level 2, you get the next talent. Well, they don't know anything about loadouts. They don't know how to set anything up. But you see, oh, you can have this. That's kind of cool. Like it's cool to see how the cards affect my character. That gives them more idea of like, hey, I can like go in and make my own loadouts. Does
Right.
For deserter, they have made slight modifications to make the deserter penalty more forgiving in some circumstances. So if something happens, like we had that problem the other night where one of us, I don't remember who it was, we loaded into a game, we played the game, and then somebody got a deserter at the end of the game. For what reason, we have no fucking clue.
That happened to me and you, but in two different
Yeah, it's
matches.
happened before.
That happened to me one time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they're working on that, trying to fix the deserter. The deserter thing is great, and I'm glad that it's in the game and it exists because it's like, hey, if you don't want to play, then don't like I don't know, queue a match.
Load in.
Yeah, like come on now.
Yeah.
It happens so much in rank.
Right.
So much.
So
It
do
is
they leave so they don't
ridiculous.
mess up their like score? Is that why they leave?
In rank, it takes your TP down.
Yeah. So there's no real reason to
Mm.
leave a match unless your
Well,
power
they're
goes
just being
out.
pissed.
Yeah, you're pissed, or like there's forgivable reasons. Power goes out, cops bust in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
you get swatted.
yeah,
But most people
Makes
do it
sense.
like if they just
They
played a
rage
match
quit.
with somebody
yeah,
that they didn't like, then they'll literally just desert their next match. They don't want to
Yeah.
play with that same person.
yeah. So that is getting an overhaul, which is great. I'm happy that that's happening. Um, we've got season pass stuff, which is what it is. We've got ranked frames, things like that. So here we're going to go into the items, right? They've completely redid the item shop. So whenever you start the game and you first drop into a match, instead of getting 400 credits, you're going to have 450 credits to begin with, right? So here's what's happening. Illuminate, reduce the stealth range increase. So whenever you buy Illuminate in the game now, you get a 20 units, 40 units, and 60 units. They're reducing it to 15 units, 30 units, and 45 units. Makes characters like Sky and Shaolin and Strix a little bit more viable for them. Next, we've got resilience. So it's reducing the crowd control reduction. So right now it's 30%, 60%, and 90%. They're going to reduce it to 20%, 40%, and 60%. So, but they're also reducing the cost. Right now it's 250, 500, and 750 credits. It's going to be 200 credits, 400 credits, and 600 credits. So
that balances itself out.
Yeah, they're making it cheaper, but you're not going to be able to unstun yourself or uncripple yourself for 30. You're losing 30% of that at max, which is fine. Like I understand there's a lot of CC in the game, but once you get resilience, like especially when they took the CC cards out of tank loadouts, and then they lowered the price of resilience once already. So that means you can just go straight resilience out of the game. Don't worry about cauterize until later on because you don't need it until late game anyway. You can pretty much deny all CC in the game. So it's cool that they're making that so that Jolt and Grumpy Bomb and all that CC stuff will still have effect in late game. Master Writing, so they reduced the price for Master Writing from 300, 600, 900 credits to 200, 400, and 600 credits. I mean, I don't
That's
buy.
a drop.
Yeah, I don't buy Master Writing that much, but it is what it is.
At least they made it cheaper. 'Cause
I mean, I don't buy it either, but like watching Kami's videos, you're like an Androxus trying to get behind an ult. I think that would be good, like for
or
some
what if you're about
situation.
to lose?
Right.
Yeah.
And you need somebody to get over there and touch that mother. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I know.
at least it's some. I mean, that's way cheaper.
Yeah.
Like I might buy it now. You
yeah,
know?
because it
Right.
makes sense. Yeah. Morale boost, they've reduced the ultimate charge increase. So right now it's 15, 30, 45%. They're reducing it to 10, 20, 30%, but they're also reducing the price of it as well from it's 369 right now credits. They're reducing it to 250, 500 and 750 credits.
I'm fine with that.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got nimble, so they reduced the movement speed bonus. Right now it's 10, 20, 30%. They're reducing it to 7, 14, and 21%, but they're also reducing the price. Listen to this shit.
Oh my God.
Right now it's 300, 600, and 900 credits. Now it's going to be 150, 300, and 450 credits.
Big reduce.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be able to buy more stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Adam, you're gonna love the next.
Yeah. So Chronos, they didn't change Chronos, but they reduced the price of it. Instead of it being 400, 800, 1200, it's going to be 300, 600, and 900. So, right?
Is that 1200? Y'all know me. It takes me a long time to get to that.
I know, right?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, and they didn't even fuck
Really
with
does.
the way it works.
No,
No.
nothing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been playing this game in beta,
I know, for
and
real.
they're about to release the full game. You know?
Yeah, yeah. So next we have the red cards. This is where the changes are fixing to be fucking crazy. Okay, bulldozer. Why did you buy it? Why did you upgrade
Why
it?
did you upgrade it?
This is why. Okay, they reduced the damage increase on bulldozer. Right now it's 50%, 100%, and 150%. They're reducing it to 20%, 40%, and 60%.
Damn.
They're making it way harder to destroy any kind of deployables, which makes sense because if you get a Grok or a Ying or a Barrack, if they,
Or no.
yeah, or think about how this is going to affect Amani with her dragon. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Exactly. You're not going to be able to just insta kill it as soon as it spawns. It's going to be a
Which
little
kind
bit.
of sucks if you play one of those characters.
Well,
You know, they got. Well, I mean, they got a card in there where it kind of, fucks you.
yeah. So
Before, I'm not saying after the change. I'm saying before. Like,
right, yeah.
Yeah.
So Wrecker, reduce the shield damage increase. Right now, it's at 75%, 150%, and 225%. They're reducing it to 20%, 40%, and 60%. 60% max on Wrecker.
instead of 225.
Yes. So that's going to make tanks, anybody, Vivian, anybody with shields, Torvald, it's going to make them so much more powerful. It's going to mean so much more to be able to use those characters in the game. Right here, this is the big one, Cauterize. Reduce the healing reduction. Right now it's 30%, 60%, and 90%. It's going from 20 to 25%, 50%, and 75% on healing. But they reduced the price of it as well. Instead of 300, 600, 900 credits, it's going to be 250, 500, and 750 credits. So you're going to get it faster. They also, to tweak the changes, increase the duration of Cauterize. So right now in the game, whenever you get shot by somebody, you've got 1.5 seconds until that Cauterize wears off if you don't take any more damage from anybody else that's got Cauterize. They're increasing that to 2 seconds. So yes, you're going to be doing less Cauterize to someone, but it's going to last longer. So it's going to kind of balance itself out, and it's going to make survivability way, way better. And time to kill
I
is
like
going
it.
yeah, it's going to even.
That's what I was about to say. Is
I like
like
it.
I'm reading these with you, and I think, I hope that the games will actually be longer now.
Oh, I'm sure they
How many
will.
times have we been playing against a team that everybody buys Carterize and then that's just it?
Yeah.
Yeah, after
It's
like
over.
7 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping the games will be longer.
This next one is one that I was kind of a little bummed out about, but I understand. Rejuvenate. So reduce the healing increase. Right now it's 10, 20, 30%. They're reducing it to 5, 10, and 15% healing
Whoa.
increase. So that's that's half,
Yeah.
you know?
Drop.
Yeah, but they're also
Mhm.
reducing the price of it. Instead of it being 200, 400, and 600, it's going to be 150, 300, and 450 credits. So
Way
it's,
cheaper.
yeah, it's going to make it way cheaper, but you're also getting half of the healing bonus off of it.
Well,
Mhm.
with that one, I kind of feel like if they were going to half the increase, they could have completely halved the price. Why
Well,
not 100, 200, 300?
yeah, I agree. Because the majority of the people are, unless you're playing with a Genos as a healer on your team, the majority of the people that's going to buy it are front lines. But
Right.
front lines have cards in their loadouts that allows them to get increased
To heal
healing.
themselves.
Well,
Yeah.
they get increased healing when they have their shields up or their siphon or anything like that. So it's like, why do you need to buy rejuvenate whenever you're a con? You're going to have your shield out 90% of the time that you're taking a massive amount of damage. So you're getting a healing
Mhm.
increase off of that already. So does it justify it? I don't know. We're just going to have to play around with it and see.
I don't think it will, honestly.
Yeah. So veteran's the last one, and so for veteran, it increased the healing from 4%, 8%, and 12% out of combat to 5%, 10%, and 15%. But they also reduced the price of it from 200, 400, and 600 credits to 150, 300, and 450 credits.
Well,
So
so they upped it just a little bit, right?
yeah, they upped it by 1%.
Mm-hmm.
For 1% at first level,
Wow.
2% at second level, and 3% at the third level.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people buy veteran.
I don't even know what
Yeah.
it's for.
Yeah, it's not
It's
something
out of
that I buy.
combat healing. Like, if nobody attacks you, then you'll heal yourself.
Maybe if you're like a
It's
flank or something.
Yeah, flanks would be good
That's
If
what
for
you're
it.
it makes
running
sense for.
around. And
Yeah.
You're, you
I
know.
Yeah.
maybe see somebody buy veteran like one in every 75 games. And
Yeah,
that's no exaggeration.
yeah, I know. So here that's all the changes to the items. Now
Big changes.
we're getting into the changes to the characters themselves, which is going to reflect from the changes for the items. So
Yeah.
we've got Ash first, right? So her talents, all right, battering ram. Right now, you get 90% damage reduction when you use it. They're lowering it to 75%.
Is that knockback?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Fortress Breaker, it's reducing the shield health increase from 2,000 to 3,000. From 3,000 to 2,000. Jesus, it's decreasing it from 3,000 to 2,000.
Well, the way that they put that, reduce shield health increase, it's kind of like,
Yeah.
why
Well,
can't you
the
just
idea of
say
that,
decrease?
because typically if you don't run Fortress Breaker, your shield only has a certain amount of health, and this ups that health if you pick it. But it's decreasing the increase.
Yeah.
Right. It's just worded weird, though.
Yeah.
It
It
is, yeah.
So Slugshot, which is a talent that I never run, but I think I'm going to start, they increase your burst cannon's damage from 360 to 400, which I've always said play an Ash. Like Ash's weapon, when you shoot
Good
it,
tank.
the weapon shots explode and it does AoE damage. When you run Slugshot, it makes your weapon fire faster and further, but it no longer explodes and it does less damage. Why? Why shouldn't something like that, where you have to be precise with it, do more damage? It makes
Right.
So now it's
sense.
going to do more, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're increasing it by 40, so that's going to be fun. So burst cannon, which is Ash's knockback, they're reducing the damage on it from 400 to 360. Her shield that she has, they're reducing the shield health from 5,000 at base to 3,500 at base.
Whoa.
Yeah, but Wrecker, it's cheaper and it's doing less damage, so it makes sense.
It's a little ridiculous with that because it's also putting down the increase from the
Yeah,
you know.
but you can still increase it in your loadout too. They've got her cards in
Right.
here. So shoulder bash, they reduce the cooldown of your shoulder bash from 15 seconds to 14 seconds, give you a little bit more mobility when you need it. For her cards, the reduced shield health increase went from 250 per level to 200 per level. The increased ammo generation went from 1 and they made it to 2. There's a lot of these that I'm not going to go into. They increased, like Siege Shield, they increased the duration from 0.5 seconds to 0.6 seconds if you run Battlement. Next, we're going to go with Atlas. Okay, Atlas, his main ability, reduced the damage per shot from 60 to 50. And it now only deals 750 damage when you fully charge it up. Before it did 900 damage, but now it's only doing 750. And then second chance, they're reducing the time sent backwards from 5 seconds to 4 seconds. So if whenever you rewind yourself, instead of it being 5 seconds long, it's only going to be 4 seconds long.
Okay.
Barrick, so tinkering, reduced the damage per shot from 560 to 480. And they reduced his for fortified. They reduced shield health increase from 3,000 to 2,000. His barricade, which is a shield, they're reducing the shield health from 5,000 to 3,000. So at base, it's going to be 3,000. Rocket boots got to increase movement speed while rocket boots are active. The turrets, okay, your turret's health is going to go from 600 health to 1,000 health.
Whoa.
Yeah. And
I've always thought that the turret went out pretty early. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't stick around long.
Yeah, and that's gonna help a lot when you run.
Oh yeah.
Well, most people try to mow them down as fast
Yeah.
as possible because
Make it a
they're
little harder.
annoying. They can dismount you, all sorts of stuff.
Well, when
I cannot recall to you how many times I have died by a turret.
well, and you got to think about the people that are running the healing off the turret card. What's it called?
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the card, but whenever you
Architectonics.
no, the
No,
one
no. Oh. I don't remember.
I don't remember either. So his ultimate dome shield, they reduced the shield health from 20,000 to 10,000.
Damn.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
That's a big part of him.
yeah.
It really is. That's one of his biggest
I mean,
things.
yeah.
To drop that on a point or
I
something.
can't wait to see what they do to fucking Makoa. They're gonna do that.
Just wait.
They're gonna fuck his dome up.
Yeah, it was Healing Station.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Healing Station is the one that heals you when you're standing close to it.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, it heals 45 seconds at first level. They're going to reduce it to 35 seconds at first level. So you're going to be getting reduced healing from your Healing Station card, which is, it is what it is. They're changing some of his cards in his loadout, but I'm not going over all that stuff because,
There's
so much here.
Yeah. So Fernando.
It's a new game.
Yeah, basically. So Fernando, they're changing Scorch. Scorch now deals 30% more damage to first target hit, which is Scorch used to do like 550 and then they rolled it back to 450. But you got the same damage increase when it passed through multiple targets. Well, now it's going to do 30% more damage to the first target, which I'm not sure what that is because I don't know quick maths. But it's going to reduce the damage increase to subsequent targets from 45% down to 20%. So
that's cool.
Yeah. So, but it's going to make that first hit, that oomph.
Yeah.
It's going to make it
in front is getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably like if they're in a line.
Well, or just think the tank is in front most of the time.
Yeah. And then it goes all the way back. So if you line them up, you get tank, healer, and then damage behind them. You
I've
can
been behind that.
Yeah, you can rack up an easy
I've been behind it.
Yeah, the last hit will do easily 1,000 damage if it passes through 3 or 4 people. So I understand why they're fixing that, especially with most people play Fernando as an off tank and kind of running around and dealing as much damage as possible. So that's kind of cool. They're changing some of his abilities around. So Flame Lance, it's reducing the self slow by 15%, which I think is great because you can't really move hardly at all whenever you're spraying your down fire shit. So this is going to help that out a little bit. They're increasing the cooldown for Fireball from 6 seconds to 7 seconds, and they're reducing his shield health from 8,000 to 5,000. So he's taking a hit on his shield as well.
They're taking a lot of these shields down, man.
Yeah. So Anara, her talent Tremors is getting, they're redoing Tremors completely. So your Impasse now has 2 charges, but you cannot destroy them. And it also, Impasse's cooldown is reduced by 12 seconds. So Impasse is her wall. So now
it's reduced to 12 seconds.
It's reduced to 12 seconds. So instead of being able to deploy your wall faster, you're still going to be able to do that, but you're also going to have 2 charges. So in theory, you can block 2 entranceways into a point with it.
Oh, you can drop 2 walls?
Yeah. So
I like that.
Oh,
yeah.
So I like that a lot.
That's nice.
Yeah. It's a talent.
I'd say more of that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a talent that nobody ever played, and they're reworking it into something that is useful. Next, we have Impasse, which is her wall. They reduced the health of the wall itself from 85,000 or 8,500. Yeah, 8,500 to 5,000.
That
You need to
makes
go
sense.
over her first card because
Um,
that's kind of a cool thing.
so they changed Plateau, which is influenced
They
by
changed it
Impasse.
twice.
Yeah, right. So originally, like right now, whenever you have Plateau in your deck, it increases the duration of Impasse, which makes your wall stay up longer. Now, whenever you activate it, it grants you a shield to yourself.
A wall with a shield.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So it protects you.
Yes.
That's nice.
All right, Con. So they're reworking his talent Storm of Bullets, which 90% of people run, and it no longer provides 10 ammo. Before, it gave you fired faster, but your weapon does less damage, and it gave you more ammo. They're getting rid of the ammo completely because he's got an ammo card in his loadout.
Mm-hmm.
His abilities, his heavy repeater, which is his primary fire, they're reducing the damage on it from 200 to 180 damage. They're reducing the cooldown of Battle Shout, so whenever he yells and he heals himself and he's kind of immune to shit for a second, they're reducing it from 15 seconds down to 14 seconds. But
Just 1 second.
yeah, but his shield, they're reducing the shield health from 6,000 to 3,000.
That's
Cut
a
it by
drop,
half.
man.
That's really ridiculous, man.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
know.
drop.
I know.
It's hard enough keeping that shield up when you get under heavy fire as it is.
I know, right?
Damn.
So next we have Makoa. All right, so Makoa, his talent Pluck is it's getting the increased damage bonus reduced or increased from 65% to 75%. So whenever you hook
Now,
somebody, bring
I
them
was gonna
in.
say, is that his hook?
Well, when you hook them,
Yeah.
bring them in, and you get that first shot, it's going to
Mhm.
do 75% more damage.
I kind of like that.
Yeah. Well, you'll see why in a second. Leviathan used to grant increased health and crowd control whenever he does his ultimate. That no longer grants crowd control.
What do they mean
Yeah,
by
see,
crowd
see,
control?
So like,
Anything that
okay,
slows
so if yes, that too, but the biggest one is if it's
Stuns.
Khan versus Makoa, and Makoa was running Leviathan, and Khan tried to ult him, he couldn't pick him up. But now, if a Khan ults him, bye Makoa, you dead.
Well, just wait. Just wait. Cannon, his primary fire, they're reducing the damage of it from 650 to 550, but they're increasing his ammo count from 4 shots to 5 shots.
Oh,
So you're kind of getting a little trade off on that.
yeah.
His
You get an extra bullet.
yeah, his hook, the dredge anchor, it's getting an increase for the cooldown. So instead of 11 seconds, it's going up to 12 seconds. His shield health is being
There we go.
reduced from 6,000 to 3,000.
Oh.
And they reduced the cooldown on it from 16 seconds to 15 seconds.
Oh.
Now his Ancient Rage is his ultimate, now has crowd control at base. So you can run.
Oh,
Yeah, you can run.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, you can run Pluck, you can run half shell, whatever you need to. Whenever you go into your ult, you're going to be completely CC immune from now on.
Let's say that'll be really good.
That's
though.
nice.
Yeah. So ROM, we've got some ROM changes here.
Oh, here we go.
So his primary fire is reducing the damage per shot from 45 to 40. And they're changing his cards, which is his damage reduction whenever he runs his ignition, which is his alternate fire where it makes him not use any ammo and all that stuff. Instead of it being 5% at first level, they're lowering it to 3%. Because it's got such a short cooldown on it that you can constantly almost spam that thing and get a shitload of damage reduction out of it.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So next we've got Ruckus. All right, so for his Flux Generator talent, they're reducing the shield health from 1,250 to 1,000. And this is where this is going to be interesting. Rocket Barrage. Rocket Barrage, you may hold up to 3 charges in your missile launcher. And it increases your missile launcher's area of effectiveness from 15 units to 25 units.
Whoa.
So that's going to make people that run around corners and shit, he's still going to be able to hit a rocket on the wall and get a little damage on them. Also, his shield is it's reduced from 2,500 to 2,000, which I think is fair because his shield really doesn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's easy to take down. I'm interested to see how that's going to go whenever they introduce this new wrecker into the game.
Well, in his shield, it's not as high as the others.
Yeah, it only
Really, I mean,
it just shields him, so it's like
2,500. I mean,
yeah. So missile launcher increases the base capacity from 1 to 3. So instead of 1 shot, you're going to have 3 shots. It increased the cooldown from 8 seconds to 10 seconds, and it reduced the damage from its 2 shots at 250 per shot. It reduced it to 2 shots at 225. And it now has 25% damage fall off at maximum range. So if you're trying to rocket people across the map, it's going to do 25% less damage on people, which I think is fair. I think Ruckus is going to be a good tank when they introduce this wrecker stuff because he's got a lot of mobility. He's going to have a lot of rockets, and it's especially rocket barrage. It's going to help him out a lot.
they're gonna fix him, dude.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you'll see a lot more Ruckus now.
All right, Terminus. One of my favorites. Don't get played a lot. We still don't have any movement, but we've got Shatterfall, which is his slam, where he fucking Krakatows people from the sky. They're reducing the cooldown of it from 15 seconds to 12 seconds.
Nice.
So it's going to make him a little bit more jumpy on the point, which is great. Reanimate, which is his ultimate, is reducing the damage from 4,000 to 2,600. So you're going to be able to tank it a little bit more, which I'm fine with because people use that shit as a team wipe all the time. Makes sense. Yeah.
Well, see, at 2,600, you can still kill any flank, any damage.
Yeah.
You just won't
But
kill
not
the
wipe
front
out
line.
everybody on the damn payload. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. The
that's
tank will
nice.
still be left up. But, now look, if they're grouped up, this is what I'm thinking. If they're grouped up and you do it and you kill all the flanks and the damages and the healer, you can
GG.
stagger the shit out of the tank.
Yeah. So it's actually it's helpful if you can coordinate that ult the right way. And it's going to make, whenever Terminus ults, everybody gets the fuck out of dodge. It's like a sky ult,
I always run.
Yeah. So this is going to make it to where, well, I can kind of tank it. I'm a tank. I can tank it, stay on point. He's not going to run me off the point so that they can
far.
Yeah. So Torvald. This is interesting stuff here. So his health shield. So they reduced his base health from 3,300 to 3,000. They increased your passive shield's maximum health from 1,800 to 2,000. So that's his own personal shield that's always up. Thanks, Grandpa. The old way that it was increase the duration of protection by 2 seconds. Now it increases the protection shield health by 500. I think that they needed to bump it up a little bit more, just a hair more, like maybe 700 or 750, but we'll see how it goes. Direct current, which is nullified, deals 450 more damage. They're changing it completely. Nullify's range is double. So whatever it is now, it's going to be twice as long, which is going to be good going up against Terminus and a lot of tanks.
Nice.
Yeah. Field study, which is what everybody runs on Torvald. They're reducing the damage increase from 15% to 10%. This is something that I've been wanting them to change forever. I think that they need to get rid of the damage increase altogether. Just get rid of it and give that shield, when you shield somebody else, give that person something else. Reduce their cooldowns, increased healing, something beneficial. CC immunity. Just because
something.
Because you can only shield one person at a time unless you max Chronos out. Then you might shield 2 people before the first person's shield's gone. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't make much sense to get that little bit of damage increase when, hey, let's just give you something that's useful instead of something that's like, oh, this might help you win in a firefight, but might not, So, but he's got a couple of abilities. His protection, which is his self shield, increased the duration from 3 seconds to 4 seconds. They reduced the shield health from 2 seconds to 1 second, and they reduced
2,000 to 1,000.
Yeah.
Reduced the shield health from 2,000 to 1,000, but they reduced the cooldown from 8 seconds to 6 seconds.
Yeah, so it all evens out.
Yeah. Nullify reduced the duration from 2.5 seconds to 2 seconds, and they increased the range at base from 51 units down to 50 units, Why? Why? Why take one unit off of it? Anyway, recharge. No, protection was his. That's interesting. Protection is the shield that he casts on people.
Mm-hmm.
Recharge is his self shield, which they increased. So that's going to make more shields on people. That's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they reduced the increased damage on that.
The health on it.
Yeah. So recharge, they reduced the cooldown from 15 seconds to 14 seconds, and they increased the shield generation from 2125 to 2200. So that's cool. And then hyper beam, which is his
Now, is that where he blows you off the
hyper beam.
that's his
Yeah.
move? Okay.
Yeah. Reduce the tick rate from 0.1175 seconds to 0.1 seconds, and increase the damage per tick. But you don't really use it as a way to attack people. You use it to blow fucking people off the map. I didn't even know it did
Knock 'em back.
damage. Yeah, so
Yeah, you didn't know that?
no.
Yeah.
Nah, because usually I die anyway. So.
Yeah, right. So what's the point? So
No.
next we've got supports. This is where
I'm
it's
so interested in this.
all right. So whenever they change Furia, she's the first support. Furia, Solar Blessing, right? Reduces the speed of Pyre Strike by 40%. So whenever you throw the beam to heal somebody, it's going to travel slower, basically. Kindle Soul, reduced heal over time from 500 to 400, but you still get that nice base heal that you have already. And then they've done a couple of changes to some of her cards, which I'm not going to go into. Grok, they made 0 changes to Grok. They're going to wait until what happens during the PTS comes out to see if Grok needs to be adjusted.
Well, the thing I have on that probably needed to tone down the Maelstrom Range card. Because Grok is one of the most freaking OP damage supports I've ever.
Yeah, I know.
Just
Yeah,
saying.
he is.
I know.
I mean, they'll have
He's
to change
badass.
something. They'll
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah. But we'll see what they do. I mean, they'll probably, because you can't really know how Grok performs, just like Pip. You don't know how they perform in the way that this new stuff is going, the new meta is going, because you never see people play those characters as healers. You always see them. No, you always see them played as damages, either flanks, damage Grok, whatever. You don't see them as healing. So I think with these changes to cauterize and a couple other things, that some of these
And
healers,
the deployable.
yes,
Well,
Does it
there's
count
this.
against his totem?
yeah,
I get why they didn't change them healing wise, but I still think when the PTS comes out, they're gonna have to change them damage.
There's gonna be people steamrolling.
well, there's
Yeah.
some changes to Pip, but Grok didn't get any changes whatsoever. So
I'm pretty sure he will.
yeah. So Grover, Rampant Blooming Talent, it's getting reduced healing per second from 150 to 100. But Deep Roots is increasing the bounce distance by 5%. So instead of 20 units, it's going to be 22 units. So Vine, quality of life. Players can now hold his ability down, and a UI marker will appear in the world to where you're going to vine to. And it's going to let you know if you're close enough to vine to it or not.
Love
nice.
it.
The
Love it.
The ability only fires when you target a valid world location. So if you're trying, I'm assuming if you're trying to target something that's too far away, it's not going to let you vine.
It'll tell you can't do that there. You got to pick another location.
Yes.
That's good. Should have had that before.
Yes. Blossom.
Oh, you were not around when they had the vine bug. Oh my god, it would crash your game.
Yeah.
Vine.
So they're changing Blossom. They're reducing the healing from 900 to 750 at base, but they're increasing the base range from 60 units to 80 units. So
is that his heal and everyone thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's going to be doing less healing, but you also got to think.
But his kid reaches out more.
Well, yes, not only that, but Cauterize isn't going to affect it as bad. So it's balancing it out. But yeah. So this is the only card that I wanted to talk to. Verdant Expanse. It's reducing the radius from 10% per level to 4% per level. So if you had that card at a 5, it's a 50% increase on your radius. I'm guessing that 4%, which would be at level 5, 20.
What? 20%, yeah.
So you got 20%, and you're also getting your range at base increase, so I think it's going to even itself out at.
So you went from 50 to 20
Yeah, but went from 60 at
You
base
got
to 80.
you got those
to
extra
80.
20
So
units.
Yeah, so it's
that
gonna
helps.
it's gonna balance itself out there. That's the only, and they're changing a lot of his
I see that.
like right here, um, fatales. I don't know how to say that. So the way that the card originally was hitting an enemy with crippling throw increases your movement speed. They're changing it to hitting an enemy with crippling throw reduces the cooldown of Blossom by 0.6%. So if you're running Deep Root and you throw somebody with that right click and hit them with it, it's going to reduce the cooldown of your healing ability.
That's nice.
Which is
Yeah,
interesting.
I like that.
Because if you're playing against a team with 2 or 3 flanks and they're constantly on you, you can hit them with that Deep Root, vine away, and your cooldown
Yep.
for your healing's going to be up. So you're good, you know. Io. So they're changing a couple of her talents, actually all her talents. So
Yeah, I don't like this.
This is the first big change since they put it in the game, right?
yes, it
Yeah.
is. So
Io's my favorite character too. So
yeah. So this is
Well,
they're
maybe not anymore. No, I'm just kidding.
So, Goddess Blessing, they reduced the damage reduction from 25% to 15%. Makes sense, but I hardly ever see anybody running Goddess Blessing unless they have an
Yeah.
off support. So that's Life Link, which is what allows her Fox to heal people. It's reducing the healing per second from 300 to 180.
Yeah, that really sucks.
Yeah, it does. Sacrifice, which is kind of her off ability, now resets the cooldown on Luna's deploy. I'm not really sure.
What that is.
I'm guessing that because it's got an internal cooldown timer, so it can only
Yeah,
activate.
it does.
Yeah, so it can only activate every like 45 seconds or whatever it is. But this, it says it
Yes.
resets the cooldown every time you deploy Luna. So if you think about it, if you run the cooldown card in her kit that allows her to deploy her more often, then it's going to constantly keep resetting that, which is kind of cool. Her lunar leap, it increased the cooldown from 10 seconds to 12 seconds, so you're not going to be able to hop around the map as much, which kind of sucks. Her moonlight, they're reducing the healing per tick from 150 to 120, which it doesn't sound that bad.
It does when you're having to heal a large amount of damage.
Right.
When
That's
you're
true.
burning all of your moonlight to get someone's health back up.
Right.
With that Chronos change,
Yeah.
stuff's gonna make a difference. Like,
Yeah.
Well, Kronos
is.
doesn't affect that
yeah.
because
They're
it's
just nerfing her healing all
it's just a
around.
bar.
Yeah. And they're also rush, which is Luna's stun. Whenever you shoot somebody and the dog goes out and stuns them, you know, they're increasing the cooldown on her actual stun from 15 seconds to 18 seconds. Makes
I mean,
sense.
Carterize. Sorry, I said Chronos.
Oh, I understand. So right here, so moonwalk, lower your gravity and increase your air control by whatever while using moonlight. They're getting rid of that completely. Increase your moonlight capacity by 6% per level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
that's a good
you
one.
get a glittery glove
really
and a
good.
fedora.
Yeah, you get the Michael Jackson glove at that point. So
Definitely gonna be running that card at 5
yeah, for real.
Yeah,
for
everybody will.
sure.
Yeah.
Hey, hang on a second. You can cut all this out, but I have got to go pee.
Well, then go pee. Hell,
I'll be right back.
we still got a lot
I
of
just
stuff to
muted
do.
myself.
You gonna keep going?
Yeah, I can. So
I mean, you don't have to, but it is a long list.
yeah, I know. So Genos, his talent, Power Cosmium, they're increasing the damage from 360 to 480. It is what it is. He's getting more ammo in his left click from 24 to 30, but they're reducing his healing per second when he heals someone from 220 to 180 ticks over time. But they're reducing the cooldown on it as well from 8 seconds to 7 seconds. So that's going to be kind of interesting. It's going to make
Seems like he's gonna be more of a damage guy, man.
well, I think that they're going to give him a little bit more ammo, but them reducing
Yeah.
his cooldown for his heal by 1 second, it's going to make a huge difference. You know what I mean?
He heals too. I mean, he's too good.
Well, I think they're going to do a lot of changes.
Yeah.
For Maldamba, they're redoing his his talent Wakono's Curse. They're changing it to Ripened Gourd is the name of it. So right now, Wakono's Curse, Mending Spirits can now be used on enemies to deal 560 damage over 2 seconds. That's out. Now, the Gourd no longer damages enemies, but its healing effects are doubled.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Spirits Chosen, which is what everybody runs as his healing loadout, reduce additional healing from 300 down to 200. So it kind of puts it in line with, Mending Spirits, which is his healing ability itself. Reduce healing per second from 280 down to 250. So that's his tick heal over time. And then he's got a bunch of card reworks, which is kind of cool. Pip. Combat Medic. They're changing it, reducing the healing from 750 to 700. Catalyst. Reduce damage increase from 40% to 30%. So people that run damage pip like I do, whenever you can get 2 shots on somebody once you hit them with the catalyst, that's gone. Healing Potion. They're reducing the healing off of the healing potion itself from 1200 to 1000, which is kind of in line with the cauterized stuff that's going on. Ceres.
No.
Soul Orb. Increase maximum ammo from 12 to 14.
Here's what I like. I like this next one.
Shadow Travel.
Yeah, I do
I
too.
like that because it takes us fucking hot second to get into that shadow travel.
Right.
So all the time in the world, and then you move faster.
Yes. So it reduced the time to enter Shadow Travel from 1 second down to 0.8 seconds, and it increases your movement speed in Shadow Travel by 25%.
Start a slow clap up in here, you know.
But her healing ability.
Oh.
All right. Reduce healing over the abilities 1.5 second duration from 2000 down to 1400. But they
the cooldown.
But they reduced the cooldown from 4 seconds down to 2 seconds.
I can work with that.
Yes.
I'm gonna need a new loadout.
All right, Soul Forge, which is the card that you put in your thing to reduce the cooldown of your Restore Soul. Now it increases the range at which Restore Soul heals adjacent allies. So think about this: proxy heals, Adam. If I'm pushing up and somebody's on the point and you're behind us and you heal somebody, you can increase that range and it's gonna get me. That's gonna be great.
Up to 20%.
That's a good change.
I love it.
That's a good change. Ying, they're doing the same thing. PTS, they're going to be watching it before they make any changes to Ying, which I think is fair because she doesn't have a card in her loadout like Maldamba has where it reduces your miss, like your cooldown if you miss a heal, and her illusions don't heal a lot. So, we'll see how that goes. So for flanks, we have Androxus. They increased his dash distance on Nether Step at base by 10%. Buck and Snare decreased the damage dealt bonus from 30% down to 20%, but increased the duration from 2 seconds to 2.5 seconds, so it's kind of evening itself out. Eevee, so they just did a lot of card changes to her. And on Flicker, instead of getting 75 health for level 1, whenever you blink, you get 50 health. So there's a couple of things. Right here, though, keep moving. All right, originally, increase your movement speed by whatever while out of combat. They're getting rid of that card. Increase maximum health. She's needed a fucking health card for years. We're finally
Dude,
getting
she's got
one.
the lowest health in the game. It's about time.
Yes. Koga.
1900 is ridiculous.
But let me say this before you go to Koga. If they're going to give her more health, I think they should have reduced her damage just a little bit.
From 850 down to 800.
Or to 750, because that's an awful lot of fucking.
Yeah, but it's really hard to get direct shots with her. It's kind of like playing with Willow. You have to do a lot of blast damage on people.
But it's
AoE.
also really hard to kill her because she blinks everywhere.
Yeah, I know. So we'll see.
Her blink and her sword cooldown are very, very low.
Yeah, I know. So
But anyways.
Koga, they're increasing his health at base from 1900 to 2000. His submachine guns reduce damage fall off at range and reduce weapon spread at range, so you're going to be a little bit more accurate and do more damage at range. Dragon Stance now costs 20 energy to switch into Dragon Stance. Decrease the rate of energy decay by 40%. So you're going to have to pay more up front, but it's going to cost less
Pay
over
off
time.
in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work a little better for him.
Yeah. So Lex, they're just doing some changes to his cards. Maeve, they're doing changes to her cards as well. Moji, so snack attack. All right. So whenever you kill somebody with snack attack, it drops a little box on the ground with a cross on it.
Mm-hmm.
You walk over it and it'll heal you. Now, snack attack health drops are now visible and are able to be picked up by any teammate.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's
what I'm
actually
talking about.
interesting.
Yes.
He'll be a good off healer in addition to it.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Like that.
it reduced the healing from the drop itself from 800 down to 600.
That's still
That's
worth it.
still a
That's
level
still-
2
Yeah.
kill to heal.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And
Anyone can pick it up.
yes,
Yeah.
anybody.
That.
Yeah. Boom Boom, they're changing it from they reduce damage done by exploding magic mark to enemies near the target from 100% down to 75. So if you've got a team, if your team's stacking the point and he comes in, he can't just team wipe everybody
Mm-hmm.
at that point. So Toot now applies its healing to as a single application heal over time rather than a persistent cloud. I never run Toot. I don't even know how it fucking works, but
I don't even know what that fucking means.
Yeah.
When you use your movement ability, it'll leave a cloud behind you that'll heal
Ah.
whoever's in that cloud. It's kind of like Sky's stupid healing talent,
yeah.
kind of.
Well, speaking of
Oh, wow,
Sky,
wow.
they're changing smoke and daggers, right? So smoke and
Yeah.
daggers, you throw it on the ground and it heals you over time, or it heals teammates over time, whatever. So smoke screen heals allies for 400 every 1 second. They're reducing the healing from 400 per second to 200 per second. But Sky now also applies her smoke screen card's benefits to allies within her smoke screen.
Oh,
So-
that's
pretty cool.
interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it also increases the duration of smoke screen by 1 second. So she's got a card in her loadout that whenever she throws smoke screen, she generates ammo. If you throw that on the point, all your teammates on the point are going to get ammo regeneration.
Mm.
Stuff like that. Yeah. Talus, all right. They did a lot of
Fuck
card.
this guy. No, I'm just kidding.
They did a lot of card changes to Talus. I'm not going to go into them. Zen. This is where stuff gets kind of weird. So Yomi. They remove the extended range and piercing effect of Yomi.
Is that his his little sword swipe that he does?
That's his third. Yeah, he does.
So
a
every
whole-
I
Yeah.
feel like he
So-
could hit me too
Yeah, he
far
does.
away.
he
Adam,
does
do you
two
know how his
horizontals and a
sword
vertical.
works?
I ain't never played with him, but
Well,
I
he
know how he
does.
kills.
So he does two that are just
horizontal.
swipe left and right.
But I won't even be near him, and he'll swipe his sword, and I'm getting like hit, and I'm like, why is it hitting me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Well, it's
is that what that is?
yes. So it's only got at base. It's only got a certain range whenever you do the horizontal, and then vertical. In
Which is
Yomi,
too much.
when you do horizontal, vertical, the vertical travels faster, does more damage, and passes through all enemies that's in front of it. So they've removed that from the Yomi. But Inferno Blade, whenever we go down into his abilities here, your heavy hit with Inferno Blade now pierces enemies and has extended range. So they took that out of Yomi and they put it in his base kit.
Mm-hmm.
Completely put it in his base kit. So whenever you do the horizontal or the vertical slash, it's going through everybody that's in front of it, whether you're running Yomi or not. Yomi's only going to increase the damage of that third hit. So
Which is 850, I think.
yeah, but I think
Damn.
it's 600 whenever you're running a different talent. Also, they increased the duration of Billow. So instead of 1.5 seconds, it's going to be 2 seconds, which is something that I thought needed a little bit of an increase after playing him so much.
Yeah.
But
Maybe even more.
yeah. So we're getting into the damages. Bomb King, card stuff. We're not going to go into that. Cassie, talents. All right. So big game, they reduced the additional maximum health damage from 10% down to 8%. So instead of her getting her disengaged shot and then doing 10% of your maximum health, it's only going to do 8%. Still a lot, but we'll see how that goes. She's one of the most annoying motherfuckers in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Abilities though, her dodge roll, they've
They
reduced.
bumped the cooldown up.
Yeah. So it says reduce base cooldown 5 seconds to 7, but that's increased, right?
Yeah.
So
Well, the thing is reduced, but you know what I mean.
right,
It's the way you read it. It don't make sense, but that's what it's called,
yeah. So they're increased
right? Like so they've increased that talent or whatever that is
unless
ability
they've got them reversed.
2 seconds.
But that middle card, read it.
Uh, incitement,
Yeah.
Yeah.
increase cooldown reduction on dodge roll from 0.5 seconds to 0.8 seconds, but that still has an internal timer on it as well.
Yeah,
So
but I think it's like 5 seconds.
yeah,
It's not really that long.
right. So Dredge, they did a lot of card reworks on him. Drogos, a lot of card reworks. Amani, so abilities for Frostbolt, removed in hand offset,
What's
removed.
that mean?
So whenever she throws her frost bolts, it's right hand,
Mhm.
left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand, left
So now
hand.
that's gone. It's one hand.
It's right hand, right hand, right hand, right hand.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you, God.
yeah. So they removed the midair inaccuracy, which is nice. Fireball removed in hand offset, which is nice. Remove midair inaccuracy. So the same thing with her fire ability as well as her frost ability. Frost bomb increase or elemental shift. Hold on, reduce the cooldown from 8 seconds to 6 seconds. A lot of people they're trying to force the stance switch on people, and I don't really do it that much because I don't see that it's worth it because the cooldown's so long. But now it might be a little bit more viable. We'll see. Frost bomb increased projectile speed from 40 up to 60, which is a good thing. But they reduced root duration from 1.5 seconds down to 1 second. So you're not going to be rooted near as long. Frost Fire Glide, increase movement speed by 10 seconds, increase duration from 3 seconds to 4 seconds. I still think that they need to increase that at base by a shit ton because her movement ability is so fucking slow. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
But I might play her
Yeah.
now.
So Canessa, her oppressor mines, they increase the range of them from 40 to 50 units. They increase the health from 100 to 200, and they increase the damage from 20 to 25. I don't ever throw those things, but now I might.
But they're so annoying.
Yes.
I always throw them, but they rarely do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they fixed
Well,
it.
they can dismount people.
That's about it. Yeah. Transporter, which is her ability to teleport, they decrease the time it takes to teleport from 1.3 seconds down to 1.1 second.
That's nice.
They should have put it at
They
a
could have
base.
reduced that a little more.
Yeah, I
Say like a
agree.
0.8 or something like that.
Yeah.
What they did for Ceres, the
Right.
0.8. Yeah.
Yes. But this is a nice change. So when
It
you
is.
when you pull Canessa sniper rifle up, it charges. When it charges to max, it does max damage. Whenever you don't, it does very little damage. So they decrease the time that it takes to reach the maximum charge from 1.4 seconds down to 1.3 seconds. So you're going to be able to shoot 0.1 second faster maximum damage, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's really going to fucking help a
It can
lot.
make the difference in a clutch situation for sure.
Oh yeah. Leanne, for her precision talent, they increased the damage bonus from 5% to 7% per stack, but they reduced the maximum stacks from 5 to 4. So it's going to be about the same. I don't ever run precision, but I might try it out.
Well, I still think she should have got a nerf somewhere.
Yeah. Shaolin, this is the ones that I'm excited about. So his recurve talent, they increased the draw rate reduction from 15 to 25%. So you're not going to be able to shoot quite as fast. Explosive arrows. So they're changing explosive arrows to sand trap. So the old way that explosive arrows worked were impeller arrows now explode in a 17 unit radius area on contact, dealing an additional 300 damage and applying a knockback to enemies hit, but can no longer stun.
Those
Now,
hurt.
yes, because it's 1300 damage if
They
you hit them
hurt.
direct. Yeah. So now,
Mm-hmm.
crippling arrow now explodes in a 20 unit radius area, dealing an additional 100 damage and crippling all enemies for 1 second. So they're putting a little bit of CC
like
in
that.
there. Yes. They're also changing Desert Shadow to Desert Silence. So, increase the damage of your first weapon shot or planet arrow by 25% during withdrawal stealth effect. Crippling arrow now silences enemies. So if you hit somebody with the crippling arrow, they can't do anything. Like they're silenced.
Yeah.
Like
They're fucked.
from Doctor Who.
Yeah.
The abilities, his withdrawal, which is his escape ability, they're finally reducing the cooldown of that motherfucker from 15 seconds down to 12 seconds. I'm so fucking happy.
That's nice.
Yes. Impaler arrow, they're getting rid of that. They're putting the crippling arrow. So the original Impaler arrow is the next shot fired from your bow applies a knockback on hit and stuns the target for 1 second if they hit a wall. This is so fucking hard to do. To line somebody up perfectly with a wall to get a stun on them. Now,
luck.
yes. Now it's the next shot fired from your bow applies a cripple on hit for 2 seconds. You're getting
That makes sense.
Yes, you're getting flanked. You hit them with that bitch. They can't fucking escape anymore. They're stuck in the ground for 2 seconds. They're changing planted. They're completely reworking Shaolin. I love it.
They've completely reworked them.
Yes.
Cards and all.
So planted, they're changing it to rapid shot. So planted, what it does now is plant yourself and quickly fire off a barrage of arrows, each dealing 800 damage per arrow. Now the new changes: rapidly fire off barrage of arrows, dealing 500 damage per arrow. Players can now move while firing this ability, and they reduce the cooldown from 18 seconds to 15 seconds. They decrease the number of shots from 7 to 5, and they decrease the duration from 2.3 seconds to 1.8 seconds, and they decrease the damage per shot from 800 to 500, which is fine. Reduce your movement speed by 20% while this ability is active. That is a huge fucking...
That's a big change, dude.
To one of his base abilities, they completely redid it. And it makes it more viable because when I played with him, I never used planted because you're stuck in the ground and you're going to get fucked up. You're not
fucked.
Yeah, you're not damage resistant.
Sit and duck.
Yes, exactly. So that's going to make him especially
playable.
Yes, and with the cards in his loadout that he has that increases his movement speed. Yes, it's going to be fucking incredible, man.
I've noticed you don't play him much.
Well, I'm going to get into that.
That might change.
I'm going to get into that here in a minute. So Strix, all right. So Strix health's been reduced from 2,100 to 2,000. His pistol. So
fuck that pistol, dude.
It reduced the base damage from 220 to 165.
I mean, it's a pistol.
Yes.
You know?
Increase the ammo count from 10 to 15 and reduce the base inaccuracy by 20%. So you're doing less damage, but you've got more ammo and you're a little bit more accurate with it. Talents. Unauthorized use. Unauthorized use is when he shoots that fucking fireball at you and it messes you up. So instead of it doing 400% increased damage, now it's only going to do 250% increased damage.
It was 800 damage.
So it's going to be like 450 damage now, I'm guessing.
Oh, I like that.
All right, crack shot. They're completely reworking crack shot. So it's going to elemental bullet. Crack shot now, when you hit an enemy with the Talon rifle, it increases the damage you deal to that enemy with your pistol by 20%. You see these Strix run around, they snipe somebody, and then they switch their pistol and fuck them up.
Just fuck them up, dude.
It's gone. That's gone. Now,
should be gone.
It is completely gone. Now, whenever the Talon rifle now deals an additional 60 damage over 30 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. 60 damage over 3 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. The damage refreshes on additional hits, but you can no longer make headshots with it. So it's kind of like Kinessa's steady aim or whatever her ability is. I can't remember what it's called. But that one, if you shoot somebody with a fully charged one, the next person that you hit with a fully charged one gets a percentage of a damage increase. It's basically the same idea as that, except it's one person and not the whole enemy team, which is a nice change. It's going to make him more sniper instead of more fuckboy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Tyra, I knew it was coming. Burn monster, they reduced the damage bonus from 50% down to 30%.
Praise be him.
But
I'm really glad about that, though.
Oh, but now applies reduced healing.
Yeah, 60% reduced healing on it. Yes.
But still.
Yeah.
Love it.
Because that bitch is bad, you know?
Yeah. Well, and this is her rifle. Reduce damage from 120 down to 105, but increase the ammo from 26 to 35. Reduce the damage fall off at range by 18% and reduce the weapon spread by 5%. So you're not going to do as much damage, but you're going to be more accurate. You're going to be able to shoot
And you
from
got
further
more
away.
bullets.
Exactly. Firebomb. All right. Right now in game, whenever you throw firebomb, they get reduced healing. The only way you're going to get that is if you run Burn Monster. But they also reduce the cooldown of it from 18 seconds down to 15 seconds, which makes sense. I mean,
Yeah,
it's fair enough. You're not getting as much damage off of it, which is great. For Victor, we have cardio reduced healing per second from 400 down to 300. Makes sense. I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
Vivian,
Yeah, me too.
This is cool for Vivian. So her suspect everyone talent is getting completely reworked. The way that it works now is you and your deployable takes 20% less damage from enemies revealed by your sensor drone. That's out. Now the deflector shield health is increased by 350 and its cooldown is halved if destroyed by an enemy. That's going to make her tankier.
Yeah.
Much
That's gonna be a
tankier.
little bit better.
This effect can only occur once every 9 seconds. So if you're smart with it and you play her right, if somebody's flanking you, you throw your shield up, they destroy your shield, it's halving that cooldown on it.
Do work.
Exactly. So that's a nice change for her. Nobody that I know runs Suspect Everyone because it's a shit talent. They're
No.
reworking it.
It is.
Willow, Blast Flower. Her talent Blast Flower, reduced duration of it from 5 seconds down to 3 seconds, and it's reducing the damage bonus from 100 down to 80. Makes sense because it is a little overpowered. I've been using it a fuck ton, but you know. They're increasing the cooldown for Dead Zone from 15 seconds up to 16 seconds, so
Thank
you know.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so these are a couple of bug fixes that I'm going to skim through here real quick. So Eevee fixed an issue where the functionality of Wormhole could break in specific circumstances. So it's just random shit. All right, so gameplay. This is gameplay changes. All right, fix an issue where players could shoot outside the starting area in Dragon Arena. Fix an issue.
Oh no! So I can't heal through spawn.
No, I saw this the other day on a video I was watching.
Oh, okay.
So in Dragon's Arena, whenever you spawn in, if you have a dredge, you can fire over the center thing and you can kill the team.
Okay.
You can kill the team before the game starts. Team wipe,
Wow.
right out of the gate. You didn't get points for it, but it was annoying.
But you can fuck on them.
Yeah, they're getting rid of that.
Okay, my bad.
All right, so fix an issue where 3D sprays would intermittently respawn in random locations. So they fixed that. Fix an issue where hit scan weapons and abilities could be blocked by certain walls if the player's back was to those walls. I didn't know that was a thing, but that's cool.
I don't know of any of these things.
Yeah. Fixed an issue where some skins such as Siren Ying would display their first person weapons and or arms during the victory defeat screen and the top play screens.
Never heard of it.
Fix an issue where momentum gained from dashes would not be conserved properly if the dash was initiated in midair. Fixed this issue affects the following champions: Cassie, Khan, Koga, Fernando, Makoa, Maldamba, Ruckus, Talus, and Zen. Fixed an issue where players would be able to mount up upon respawn in Team Deathmatch and King of the Hill matches. I've never seen that, but that's
never
funny.
happened
Yeah.
to me, ever.
Fix an issue where players could still change their loadouts on the confirm your loadout screen when selecting loadouts at the beginning of the match. So I don't know.
They need to fix where when you play in Zen, it keeps putting you in third person.
Oh, that's gone because they
Yeah,
get rid
no
of
more
third
third
person.
person.
Yeah. Fix an issue where the view abilities button was partially hidden behind the footer bar in the match lobby. Fix an issue where navigating to the chest tab in the store by clicking on a champion skin that is in a certain chest would highlight the incorrect chest for purchase. Fix an issue where the notifications UI button displayed in the incorrect location when using a 16:10 aspect ratio. Fixed an issue where some quests would not display the Battle Pass experience reward for completing them under the reward section of the
Never
quest.
happened to me.
They're fixing the FPS drops on Shaolin and Atlas. I don't see those on here, but they're changing that.
They're thinking about it. They heard people's cries.
Well, that stuff is actually supposed to be getting fixed. They're trying to figure out what's causing it, but they're working on it. So they're putting stuff into the game to try to, alleviate some of that problems.
Buff it out.
Also, daily rewards for logging in, it's disappearing.
What?
Really?
What they're doing, what they're doing now is,
Don't like that at all.
well, what they're doing is they're putting all the crystals that you would get for logging into the game for 60 days straight. They're putting that into the battle pass. So even
No.
well, it's the free tier of the battle pass.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yes.
So they're also reworking. They're reworking the battle pass. So right now,
Do I have to complete the battle pass to get that?
no. Once you hit that level, you get it. You get the crystals for it. They're also reworking the battle pass. So right now it's 1 to 50, and then once you
Where are you reading this?
this
It's
is
up at the top.
yeah, this is
Like
stuff.
it's
Oh,
under
okay,
the new
okay.
champion.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm at the bottom. I'm like, well, I don't see this anywhere.
yeah. So for the battle pass, whenever you made it to level 50 on the first track, if you bought the battle pass, you go into the extended track of it, or the battle pass plus thing. They're getting rid of battle pass plus. That's going away. They're reducing the total levels from 100 down to 80. So instead of 1 to 100 in the battle pass, you go from 1 to 80, and everybody has access to that, whether you're free or whether you buy into the battle pass.
I got access to the content.
Well, they'll add more content because you're going to have 30 more levels that you can get to.
Okay.
They're also each battle pass level now takes the same amount of experience to complete. So the way it is now is like from level 1 to level 2, you need 5,000 experience. From 2 to 3, you need 8,000. No, it's going to be whatever
The
they
same
set
all
it.
the way through.
Yes. So you're going to be able to basically level up quicker if you play more and at your own pace. So added 450 crystals into the free track. So the daily login has been completely removed, like I said, but they're putting all those crystals that you would get into the free track on the battle pass.
If you play, you get them.
Exactly.
See, I like
You just
that.
log in and not
I
play.
do like.
Yeah.
Well, you got people that'll just log in just to get their shit
Yeah.
and then not even play. Now you got to play.
Which is pointless
Got
anyways.
to level up.
Yes.
Like, why would you just log in to get that if you're not ever doing it?
Yeah.
On the nights that we don't play, I log in just to get my free stuff.
I don't ever.
Yeah.
I need it.
So, and that's going to be
Usually do.
what, and that's going to be kind of a cool change. It promotes you to play
Make
more.
people play more.
Yeah, exactly. And I think with all the changes that are coming with this, it's gonna promote more people to come into the game, because it's like, think about when we play. We play as a group. It either goes one of two ways 90% of the time. It's either they steamroll us or we steamroll them.
Or we fucking kick each other's ass. Just
Yeah.
fight for it. Like,
Yeah.
which is what I like.
Yeah, and that happens.
That's fun.
That happens about 10% of the time, where you get these long, drawn-out matches where you're
Love
evenly
it.
matched.
21 minutes.
Exactly. So I think that all these changes, I'm interested to see how they're going to work, because
I think the
Cauterize,
matches are going to be longer.
yeah, they are, and they're going to put more emphasis on front lines. Finally, instead of everybody wanting to fucking play damage and diddle their ball sack in the corner like they fucking want to, it's going to put more emphasis on tanks, because they have shields and you're going to be able to do less damage to shields, and it's going to put more emphasis on healers, because you're going to have that reduced.
I'm coming in.
That reduced healing is going to go. It's going to increase, right? Because instead of it being 90%, it's going to be what, 60%, 70%.
But my shit still stands.
Yeah.
When I hit 100, I'm uninstalling it.
No, you're not. Shut up. I like
I'm
this
almost there.
challenges part. This challenge part's kind of cool.
Yeah. So now, whenever you get the battle pass, when you reach certain levels, when you buy it, you get these challenges that you can complete, and if you complete the challenges, you get titles and you get experience to help you progress and all this shit, right? Well, now they're
win the first game of login.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Challenge. Yeah.
So now they're changing it that, like, once the battle pass drop, you're gonna have access to all 50 of the challenges, and also, instead of completing Right now, it's in 2 blocks. You have the first level of the battle pass and the second level. If you complete the block of the first level of the battle pass, you get a title. If you complete the second block of the battle pass, you get another title. Now they're reworking it to where if you complete 25 out of the 50 of the challenges, any 25 of them, you get the first title. You complete all 50 of them, you get the second title. Like, they're making it more accessible for people because some of the fucking challenges are ridiculous, like ridiculously hard. And you unlock them at such a late stage in the battle pass that you don't have enough time to do them. You know what I mean?
And then the experience is just pointless.
Yeah. So,
But this too, each individual challenge now awards 150,000 battle pass experience instead of being bundled into tiers. I like that.
yeah.
I'm glad
Is the
that
tier system gone?
No, they're there. They're still. Well, the tiers are gone because now it's going to unlock all 50 of them right
It's
at the.
it's just the levels.
Yeah.
now each one you do, you'll get 150,000.
The tier was confusing
Yeah, it was right.
because I'd be like, "Well, I'm on this level," and you'd be like, "Yeah, well, what tier you on?" I'm like, "I don't know.
Yeah. So, but they're
I'm on this level. I don't know."
well. It's like they finally sit back and they're like, "We're going to streamline this shit for people to actually understand it." Because all this is just quality of life shit, all of it, and it makes the
Well,
game more accessible to everybody.
it makes the game more accessible to all those people coming over from what's that other game?
Hoverwatch.
Yeah, Hover. We won't say we'll
Yeah.
say Hoverwatch because we don't want to get shut down. But
Did y'all see the daily quest thing? Easy daily quests now always award 50,000 battle pass experience, and hard ones now give 100,000 battle pass experience.
I got one question: when can I play this shit?
So the pizza.
I heard Wednesday, and my fucking shit didn't update. So
Well, they did the show today, the update
they
show.
had a live stream or something.
Yeah, they did the live stream, and if you get time, check it out because they show what the new champion does, his abilities, and all that stuff. And I didn't want to get into that because it's its whole video.
Go watch it.
Yeah, but they also show the new skins, and they show what a lot of this stuff does in game. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's really cool the way that they broke it down.
Did you watch some of it?
Yeah, on lunch I watched the reveal of the new champion on there, his abilities and stuff. He looks pretty cool.
Yeah. He looks pretty cool, dude.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of.
Now, is he a healer?
No, he's a
What is
damage.
he? He's a damage? Okay.
Yeah,
He's Tiger Man, dude.
yeah, he is.
Y'all want to take a look at these skins?
I like the frames that they put in
Yeah, I do
for
too.
people that's ranked people, right? People that play ranked.
Yeah, those are for ranked. Yeah, but they're still cool though.
They're cool, man. It makes me want to play ranked
Yeah, right.
just to get one. I want to get a cool ranked thing and then never play ranked again, so I don't lose it. Because do you lose it?
No, like the highest level that you get in ranked. So the highest I've got this so far in this one is diamond. So I'm gonna get the diamond frame. If I play and get to masters, I'll get the masters frame. But if I drop back down to gold, I'll still get the diamond one. The highest level that you get to in ranked is the frame that you get.
Well, I gotta say this: Grover's got some cool skins.
That fucking Grover skin, beautiful.
The one that's purple.
Yes, it's so pretty.
That shit's cool. When I started scrolling down, I was like, "Whoa, that's like
Yeah,
crazy." He's got like
It's
a lamp
so
hanging
good.
off of his fucking tree limb.
yeah.
I love it, but don't like the Leanne one.
I like.
Well,
Sorry,
You know,
but I don't.
yeah,
Like, it
I
kind
like
of
that.
looks like that battle by Anaris.
yeah. I know.
I like that.
Like that
pool
little
shark
head
death stamp.
thing is a ripoff of
So
Anaris.
when you drop a death stamp on somebody, it's a pool. It's a little shark coming up out of a fucking kiddie pool.
Yeah,
That's
right.
funny.
Did you see the
We got
loading?
new avatars, sprays. We got a little monkey spray. We got a guy holding a jug. We got fucking Genos going these hands. You know, like
Go
these
put-
hands.
Yeah, what am I gonna do with them?
See, I love this loading frame though.
Yeah, I really like the loading frame for the next battle pass. The next battle pass is gonna be fucking good. I'm pretty excited about it because I like the ash skin. I
Well,
like
what's the loading frame?
it's the
Like when
one.
you load into the match, that little frame that we all
Well,
have.
when
you
I say
complain that you
loading
don't
frame
have
here,
one.
it's just this. It's got like trees and shit.
Yeah, it reminds me of
Oh,
Grover.
okay. It
It-
looks cool.
It
It's
reminds me a lot of Grover.
And we
I
get a
don't know why.
Fernando announcer pack.
yeah, that's finally happening. Oh, but I'm sorry to tell you this, Adam. They're
Tell me
adding
what.
they're adding Saris as one of the free champions when you first download the game.
Why you
So,
sorry to tell me?
because every motherfucker's gonna be picking
Yep.
Saris.
Well,
Yep.
I mean,
You're gonna
Yeah.
have to be real quick on that
come on.
Insta-lock.
How you? Oh, come on.
Oh,
You
but
know I
wait.
picked before. I know exactly where to put my mouse.
That
But
dude,
when
he
the
clicks
new one
before I
comes
load
in, you're
Y'all,
not
but
going
I got that
to.
SSD game going, and I'm 100 megs. I'm clicked in.
But you
way
gotta
before.
think though, when the new champion comes in, she's not gonna be in the same spot.
She better be. I'll
She
learn the
won't
new
be.
spot. Here's what I do. I take a magic marker and I draw a dot.
On your monitor.
And I
You,
stick
I
my
don't
mouse
doubt.
there, and as soon as it opens, it's like, select your champion. Bam! What's up? Lock
I
it in.
don't doubt that.
Gotcha.
I feel
wish
like you're
that,
over there spamming your mouth.
I wish that, no, I don't spam it, but I'm just sitting there waiting. I load in quick. I always load in before y'all.
Yeah, always.
you
Because
load
Oh,
in
don't we
everybody will
know?
always be gray. Y'all got to remember something. I'm in Georgia. I'm an
Yeah.
hour away
From the
from
HQ.
fucking Paladins. You know what I'm saying? So they be treating you boy good, you know. Like
Right.
when's the last time somebody, dude? The last time I went to the bathroom and somebody locked somebody in. Like,
Yeah.
but here's the thing: if it happens, I'll play that other chick. What's her name?
Furia.
I'll play her,
Yeah.
I like Fury
and
a lot.
I'll outdeal the other bitch. Like,
I think the PTS is going to be coming out probably at the end of this week, and
god damn, they need to hurry up.
the
'Cause
update
I
isn't
want to play that game.
well the update isn't going live until at the end of January. So if the PTS goes live on the 6th, that gives them almost 2 months of testing.
They're gonna need it
Yes, I agree.
for that many changes.
Yeah.
We gotta play the PTS because this game's about to break.
Yeah. It
Y'all
is.
know this
Oh
game's
my
gonna
God.
break. Have y'all ever seen that many changes at one time?
No.
No.
I've only been playing. I'm pushing a year
Yeah.
only. I've only won over 400 matches. No big deal. I've only played 10 days. You know?
But that's a
But
lot
they're
of
about to break this motherfucker, dude.
Well, all these people that's been playing for years are going to have to almost relearn how to
A
play.
lot of those loadouts are about to be gone.
Yeah,
'cause
so
that card doesn't exist anymore. You got to make a new my loadout's fucked.
yeah.
My loadout's changed. They changed my loadout. I mean, I saw cards on there. I was like, pretty sure I got that card. My question mark loadout.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm
right.
gonna have to, we're gonna have to come together like butt cheeks.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Did y'all see that mounts now lean while you're riding them?
When you turn,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't see that, but that's cool.
that is cool.
Why would they do that?
To make it more realistic.
Oh, okay. Because
Yeah.
I need to be reminded that I'm not playing a game.
I
I'm
know.
sitting here at my computer with a mouse and a keyboard. Thank
There's
you,
a robot-
Paladins.
There's a robot character that explodes when he turns into a ball, but they want to make it more realistic.
I
Yeah.
know, right.
Well, I mean, people can fly.
Yeah.
There's a fairy chick.
Yeah.
There's
But
a
we gotta make
fox
it
lady.
realistic. Why? What's up with that monkey spray? Who's that?
That's
Talus.
Talus's new skin.
He's gonna be the Monkey King. He's gonna look like Goku, the Monkey King.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Nice haircut.
so ready for this Grover's.
I can't wait for him to drop this. I want to play this game.
Yeah. So
I
before
feel
we
like I haven't played this game.
well before we go, does anybody have any final thoughts here?
The check's in the mail, dude.
We
Say
signing off the podcast that way. No, I'm super excited for all the changes, and I'm happy that they're taking this much time and this much effort to make
They
positive.
give a fuck, man.
Yeah, to make
Well,
positive
it
changes.
feels like it had a good thought process behind it.
They
Yeah.
give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's nice to see that the developers are like,
Yeah.
okay, we don't want to fuck on everybody.
Yeah.
We heard them out. Let's do this.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still a couple of things that I personally would tweak, but
And they might.
yeah, when the
You never know.
PTS comes out, I mean, it might get changed.
Because what we just read, from whenever they start the PTS until it goes live, could change, right?
Oh yeah.
Anything
Because they
can
could be like, "Oh,
change.
we got to fix that. That's too much."
Yeah. Well, they'll end up, because it's so long, they'll end up doing another update. They might not do a live one like they did for this one, but they'll have, and as the PTS goes on, they'll make changes to it, and then they'll re-release the PTS for those changes to go into effect. So it's
I'm
constantly,
excited.
yeah,
It'll get maintenance updates the whole time.
yeah,
If they change anything, it'll go down.
yeah. So I'm very, and I think this is going to be the highest player count for PTS ever.
I'm playing it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to get on there and check it
Yeah.
out as well.
I'm on it. I want to get on there. I want to see what's up.
So
I want to get on there and collect my 1,000,000 gold. Because when when you log into the PTS, like, here's a bunch of gold and crystals. Have fun.
yeah.
And it's like, make it rain. I just buy everything.
Yeah. So I want to thank everybody for checking this out. Our thoughts, our opinions of the season 3 updates that's coming out. There'll be videos for PTS whenever that goes live. So be on the lookout for that. I want to thank my guest, Mr. Corey,
Yes, sir.
Mr. G,
Dirt Lord.
and Miss G. I get baby.
What? No, dude, no.
I'm a
Only
different
be
type
one.
of G. I'm a different type of G. I'm a G riff. There you go.
You're drifting.
Yeah, something like that.
So if y'all have any kind of comments, any kind of anything, drop them below. I'll be checking them out. I want to see what your guys' opinions on it are. You think
Take it up with management.
well, I mean, do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Do you think it's going to help the game? Do you think it's going to hurt the game? We all think it's we all think it's going to help it, of course. But if you think it's going to hurt it, let us know why below. I'll reply. We'll argue about it. I don't give a fuck. Just do it. Just
But
do
he
something.
will argue.
I mean,
Yes, he will.
only when I have to. So thanks,
He'll argue.
thanks everybody for watching. Check us out next time.
Check some mail.